did a quick calculation of the Social Relief for Distress Grant, SRD, 350 Rand a month for unemployed people between the ages, I believe, of 18 or 16, I think it's 18 and 60 to 65, who don't receive any other grant, child grant, any other grant. It includes refugees, asylum seekers, people that are unemployed and that are earning, I think, is it 624 Rand or less. The 350 Rand is being given to 10 million people per month. That comes up to 3.5 billion Rand a month. That's a lot of money. And the argument is that, these people need this money so they can get by. And I was just thinking, 3.5 billion Rand a month could buy tens of thousands of hectares of land and give them to people so that they have land. 3.5 billion Rand could build skills development schools where children learn how to grow food, farm, where children learn how to manufacture at a basic level and also at an advanced level. 3.5 billion Rand could be used for free Wi-Fi in poor areas so that people can be connected onto the internet and can find innovative ways to educate themselves and to make money online. But the South African government is not really about developing the masses. If anything, they are hell-bent on creating a dependent state, on getting as many people as possible to survive by depending on government and no one else, not even themselves. Before the COVID lockdown, we had 18 to 19 million grant recipients. This extra 10 million takes it up to about 30 million. In a country of 60 million people, that's half of the population is on one or other grant. It's unsustainable because that money, it's not even 3.5 billion because there's another 18 million people who have old age grant from age 65, the child grant which you get from birth till about 18, and other forms of grants. That money doesn't come back. That money is for consumption. You're not investing in anything sustainable and that can be built. And our education system is not educating people on how to do for self and how to be independent, how to solve their own things. It's quite concerning for me and makes me wonder a lot what it is we're trying to do. More especially, why is it that some people, what happened to my light? Why is it that some people, let's hit. Why is it that some people with this bad education system, with social grant recipients, with free houses, RDP houses, and all the other ways that the government has weakened the population, government in South Africa has become God, where everyone believes that government is meant to solve all the problems. Why is it that there are people that don't sign up to that? And I'm not just talking about people that maybe grew up or were beneficiaries of the apartheid government and its laws. I'm talking about even people in the new democracy who refuse, who believe that their pride and dignity is at stake. And they're like, no, there's no way I'm going to queue for free money that I don't deserve. There's no way I'm going to queue for a free house. I'm going to work. I'm going to roll up my sleeves and I'm going to get to work. Why are these people so different? I sometimes find myself asking if we're trying to solve the wrong problems and if we're trying to give people something they don't want. Why are we trying to give people democracy if they don't want it, if they want to be decided for, if they want to be led and told what to do? Why are we trying to get people into 9 to 5s when they actually want to chill and drink and laugh, just bask in the sun all day and have conversations? In other parts of the world, when people have problems and they see solutions, work hard, build businesses, get a better education, people go out of their way to get those things. In this country, you almost have to beg. You have to beg the masses to learn how the law works. You have to beg the masses to study politics. You have to beg the masses to study money. You have to beg people that even have jobs to do their job. People aren't even passionate about the work they have to do. They're not doing a good job of it. You have to beg government to meet the people halfway. You have to beg business owners to provide a good service. It's like you have to beg everyone, and maybe we're not meant to be begging. Maybe we need to stop. And maybe if people are supposed to suffer, maybe they must suffer. Because maybe it's in the suffering that they'll realize that, we actually need to rise up on our own. Or maybe something bad will happen to them, and maybe that's the way of the world. He who does not hunt does not deserve to eat. Why is it that in this economic political system, that the ones who are hunting need to feed everyone else, even though the other people are capable? Sometimes I worry that we're chasing this illusion of a world or a community or a country that was never designed to do what it's doing. South Africans don't have to be asked to dance. They dance. In other parts of the world, people are not natural dancers. South Africans love dancing. We don't have to go to school for it. We don't have to be shouted at and beaten up and threatened to do it. We just do it. Making music, singing. Maybe that's what we should be doing. For some kids on social media, they create content every day for free. They just want like a few likes. They want a few people to share their stuff. They want a trend. And they're doing that for free. And maybe that's where our skill set lies. Maybe for the people that want to drink every day and just chill, maybe we must leave them to do that. But then unplug them from social media, not social media, from social welfare. Unplug them from social welfare, because we're destroying people. I've got a pet hate for what I call professional beggars. People that wake up every day and go and stand at the exact same street corner and beg every single day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out. They're there. It's become their hustle. And what frustrates me now is I realize how we're enablers and we're complicit in the way they are. Because just like a rat, just like a cockroach, if you keep giving beggars food and money, they're obviously going to keep coming back. And you are part of the reason why the beggars are not getting off the streets. If beggars knew that being on the streets would not get them anything, they wouldn't be there. They would make means to feed themselves, to house themselves, to find another way. That's the same thing that's happening with the South African masses. Their minds are being eroded by the social welfare system where you just beg. As long as you're poor, you just get a free house, free healthcare, free schooling, free money. The criteria is you must be poor. There's no incentive to you must be rich, you must work hard, you must give back, you must prove to government that you are adding value, you are cleaning the streets, you are watering the trees, you are planting trees, you are working in the fields, you are keeping public spaces clean. Nothing's expected from you except to be poor. There's an incentive to be poor and to be useless. So obviously everyone else is going to be working hard to be poor. And there's no incentive to work. And the people that work earn so little and they get taxed so much that they almost wish they didn't have the money. Imagine working every day to pay rent when the next person is poor and they get a free house. The next person is poor and they get free electricity. You're working hard to feed your family, to buy some groceries, but there's people that are getting free money. Does it even make sense? It doesn't. Even in the animal kingdom, animals don't unnecessarily help each other up. They empower each other, they teach each other how to hunt, how to forage, and then you need to go and find your own way. And if you can no longer hunt and forage, you die of hunger. In the human kingdom, in the human race, for some reason we've normalized exploiting and working to the bone a minority of people so that, number one, they can feed a smaller minority of very rich people, and so that they can take care of everyone else because of this government system. It's broken. It's broken. And I'll tell you now, we speak about it at a government level, but I'll tell you even at a personal family level. Some of us are so proud to have good jobs. We're so proud to give back to our families. But some of us are enablers of uselessness in our own families. Constantly sending money to uncles and aunts and cousins and siblings and parents. Incentivizing them to not be able to do for themselves. Instead of taking that money and buying them tools. Buy your brother a hair clipper. Buy him a gazebo and tell him to cut people's hair if he wants money. Buy your sister a sewing machine. Buy her an oven. Tell her to sew clothes or tell her to bake cookies or biscuits so that she can make her own money. Help your parents maybe build a back room where they can collect rental income so that you're not sending them money every month. You're incentivizing them to need you. Makes you feel great. Black tax, but then you whine. Black tax is so high. You are an enabler. Stop it. Maybe you need to cut them off completely. Maybe the best thing you can do is every month when they ask for money, send them books. Books about motivation, books about self-help, books that teach skills. Then send them tools. Send them a hammer, send them an axe, send them a saw, send them a spade, send them a fork. Send them catering utensils. Like I said, hair clippers. Maybe get them free Wi-Fi and be like, guys, I'll pay for the free Wi-Fi, but then from the free Wi-Fi, you guys must learn how to make your own money. I'm good. I'm only willing to send you tools. Or I'm only willing to send you money so you can buy stock to open a spaza shop. From there, you're on your own. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with the psychology of people, including girls that are just expecting some man out there to be rich, to work hard, and then to just fund her lifestyle. Just for existing, just for being pretty. Something she probably didn't even earn, she got from her parents. But she's trading that for like real work and real money. We need to fix the psychology of South Africans and Africans. People need to find their dignity, and I believe we need to maybe start taking money away from people. We had ancestors and forefathers who, without money, without the schooling system, without the legal system, without a government that we have today, without social welfare, without fancy technology, without cars, without tractors, they were able to work the land. They were able to feed themselves. They were able to breed livestock. They were able to educate their own children through apprenticeship. They were able to plant and make their own medicine. They were able to make their own clothing. They were able to give birth to their own kids. They were their own midwives and gynecologists. They could make weapons. They could mine with basic weapons, or basic tools rather. They could tell amazing stories. But today, with social welfare, with this money system, with this legal and political system, with brainless technology, our people's minds have become vegetables. And they live to wait for government to solve all their problems. They can't close their own potholes. They can't patrol their own neighborhoods. They can't build their own businesses. It's all about government. But government hasn't done this. What happened to your ability to become your own government? It's disappointing and it's sad. Something to think about. Penuel the Black Pen.